Okay, I quite literally didn't even move from the table. So we are still in Daydreams. This is one of Hannah's books. And we've been working on Kitty. If you've missed what all we've done, you seriously need to go back and catch part 1, which is the video right before this, because we've done all this basing in, and now we're coming in with our eggshell, and we're just going to continue. So I am continuing now to blend. So that first round through is almost like some sort of a sloppy copy. We're just going to really get it started and get some color laid down. And now we're doing that blending that we talked about. Blending is what's going to make your picture look just a little bit better, y'all. You want that extra oomph, that extra little perk in your picture. Do yourself some blending. And then our next video, which should be, what, Saturday for y'all, will be the gemstones, okay? So just getting all of this blended. Notice I'm still doing what we talked about in the first video. Direction. Go directional. Find out which way those dots are going and make sure you're coloring directional. And when I go in to sit and watch TV in a little bit or whatever, I will try to go ahead and finish my cat up before I do the video on the gems. Okay? And like I said, background, not sure. It's either going to be a blue, it's going to be some sort of blue or purple. And I just haven't quite decided yet. These colors would look good with either. So see how it's blended? I mean, it goes from one color to the next to the next. So it's not like a typical kitty. Typical kitty, you would come in and do streaks like this to get all your different layers in there. But again, that's just not what this cat is. But this will give you a lot of practice on getting your blending. A lot of blending practice. And see, I'm going to come in and I'm going to pick up, let's see, which color do I want? I'm going to pick up 945 and come to this side of the mouth underneath. And do you see how that's kind of lifting this part up some? Because I'm making underneath a little darker. Okay, I want this pushed back around some. So let's do it just a smidge darker. Okay, and then I'll come in and blend ever so little bit that I can. And see, I'm going to follow the direction. There we go. Following the direction of those dots and everything. And you can't really tell that we've done, what was it, 4 different colors on here, because they're blending so nicely. But let me tell you what, if you didn't do 4 different colors, 3, that's okay. If you go less than 3, I really think it's going to look flat. I don't think you're going to get the depth that you're really wanting to get in this picture. Alright, and yeah, I'm holding this pencil way down, and I'm really putting the pressure on there and getting this blended. through there. I can just blend that. But then here I'm going to go directional. And get another layer of that color in there. Okay, so did this suffice for the person that wanted the cat, or did I keep it too basic? You can see that you really can break it down. If you'll break things down into steps and stages, it's not as difficult. Okay, just look at one little part at a time, but you just keep going. If you wanted Kitty a little darker, use darker shades than what I used. If you don't want this light shade, don't use it at all, that's fine. Now let's move on over and look at the eye. I think these were the colors I had picked. I've got olive green, which is 911. And then I pulled chartreuse, which is 989. Now, when you do an eye, let's find the other eye. It's going to be easier for me to show you something because I did do another cat right here. Is that in the picture? Stand up. Yes, it is. Can you tell how on the top the eyes are darker than the bottom? Even though Cat's face is lifted some, the tops are a little darker because the fur shadows that a little bit. Okay? And no, I do not know what colors those were. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the bottom a little bit lighter. And this may not be right, but this is just how I do them. I like doing them in two colors. And then I'm going to take the other color, the darker color, and do the top. To me, that just adds some interest. That's how easy the eye is, okay? Now, let's look at the nose and the ears. I have pink number 929, and I have blush pink 928. 928 is the lightest. That's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to do all in here. I'm standing up to make sure I'm back in frame. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, then let's go back and redo this. All right, so what I did was the bottom with my lightest shade, and then my top, and just came down with the darker shade. I really didn't need to do any blending. If you need to, just go with your lightest shade and blend on those. Okay? I know you were yelling in the background, out of frame, out of frame. Yeah, it was. But I came back. Okay, so then we had the pink and the blush pink. And I took the lightest shade, which is the blush pink, and I'm just scooting color in here. Now, I am going to overlap. Okay? Then down here on the nose, I'm going to hit this point. See how that point is kind of snubbed up in the air? All right. Changing to the regular pink, 929, and just coming in a little bit darker. Okay, that's it. Up here, you see how I really got that color in? Really, I'm holding that pencil way down, and I'm really getting that color in there. Now, I'm just going to kind of blend into my other color some. You can have a couple that come up long, because you're trying to make that look like it's tucked back in there a little bit. Okay? So that's how easy that is. Now, what else? See, that's why I didn't want to do 2 videos, but at the same point, I think this needed to be done and not crammed through on that one we just did. So you got a little bitty part 2. but at least you got it. Yeah, we will come back next time after I've rested. If you missed that, go back and watch video 1. But yeah, I will come back in and work on some gemstones for you. Okay? In the meantime, do as much as you can on Kitty. And then on Saturday, hopefully gemstones will pop up in your queue for you. If you're not a follower, I hope you do. I love the hearts, comments. I answer them. So thank you for stopping by, and I will see you again in a few days. Bye-bye.